Welcome aboard.
Crew. Take us
awesome.
away, Captain Bruce.
Oh boy. Okay.
Can we say hi first of all?
Yeah, who does just
Point
say?
towards this.
Aloha.
Can you wave back? Oh, look, they're waving back at us. Yay.
Shoot.
Hello.
Shoot.
So, Captain Bruce, I'm going to come in here. Hello, everyone. Boys and girls, when Captain Bruce came to our school, he noticed our co-trees, and he was very excited about our co-trees that we planted. And when I asked my daughter, shall we ask him about why it's important, why these trees are important if they're going out to sea and they're trying to help us about the world? And she said, oh, everybody knows that what happens on the land affects the ocean. And I was very impressed because, you know what, not everybody knows that. So Captain Bruce, could you tell us why the explanation you gave to me, like why the trees are important, why what we do on land helps you out at the sea?
So, yeah. So everything that we're doing over here with the canoes, it's a learning journey. Yeah, so like I explained to you guys, like when Hokulea was first built, nobody knew how to sail there, nobody knew anything about it, navigation, nothing. And so it was a learning journey constantly. And we've got better at it because we've, you know, there was like a purpose or a real goal to learn about it and reestablish this and relearn it. It's because this, like the cold trees and everything else that's part of these lands, were always what helped shape the culture here and the land and the beauty of everything that a lot of us take for granted. But, you know, like Cindy said, the the land and the ocean, they need each other. Yeah. And you know, for us guys, the reason the oceans are so important, we always think about trees transforming carbon dioxide, which is air that we cannot breathe, into oxygen. It's air that we need to breathe for our health and to stay alive. Well, the ocean, which is, we are on a planet, this island Earth is 75%. The majority of this planet is ocean. And the health of the ocean is super important because every third breath we take, right? So you guys are like this.
One.
And this third breath,
With us back at home.
this third breath is given to us by a healthy ocean. Now, if our ocean was to become unhealthy and unsustainable, like if we cut down enough trees, or the land too was not producing this air for us, we wouldn't be able to enjoy this true gift of real fresh, vital, life-giving air and a planet. So that's why all, you know, taking care of the land and the sea, and us guys understanding that and actually doing that in everything we do, like don't pollute. Yeah, don't just throw your rubbish away because you're just used to just dropping things, not pouring things into the ground that is poisonous, like gasoline, oil, and all that kind of stuff. Really disposing of everything in a responsible way is very important. One little act like that is very important to health, right? So it's like taking care of your bodies. One little act like brushing your teeth constantly is important. It's important to your health and your well-being, right? So we got to learn these things and do it.
Thank you, Captain Bruce. So there's another question that we want to ask.
Okay.
How can we help you on your voyage? We were thinking that we would make lupe, or ancient Hawaiian kite. And it was explained to me from a woman at Hawaii Pacific Academy, I would like to thank for sharing that with us, that it used to be kapu, or not okay, to fly kites just for fun in ancient Hawaiian times. So the kite was reserved for making true intentions, for like a prayer perhaps, and then you could only fly it at certain times. And what's so special about that story is if anyone wants to go to the Office of Hawaiian Affairs, they have place-based narratives. And Wailupe, which is in Aina Haina, where our school is from, means water kite. And it was one of very few places in all of the islands that you could go to fly your kite. So one way we want to support you is we are making lupila, and we are going to fly them when you leave ports.
Oh, neat.
And that prayer will go over, like with the oxygen from our trees, through the trade winds across the globe to send good energy your way.
Perfect.
Is there anything else that we could do? Like, and we invite anybody to do that, but is there anything else we could do on land that could help you at sea?
Yeah, I mean, you know, that by just you guys' good thoughts and prayers, that's huge. That's not a small thing. Yeah, just that energy alone and across the planet is what gives, breathes a vital life source into the canoes and the crew, knowing that you guys are with us and you guys care about us and you want us to do well. That's huge. Yeah. The other thing is that if you follow with us, yeah, watch the voyage, be a part of the voyage, because you guys are already a part of the voyage. So you watch the voyage on our website is Hokulea.com. I know all of you guys are good on your computers and you know how to find us, and ask questions. You know, be a part of the voyage. I mean, like I said, you guys are a part of the voyage, but really, truly be a part of the voyage. Engage with this process because it's going to be very fun. It's going to be, I mean, you're going to learn so many new things. Let me just tell you this. When the canoe first went down to Tahiti in 1976, none of us knew anything about Tahiti. Tahiti was a total foreign country. We never even, I mean, we grew up in a world where we weren't connected with the people in Tahiti. They were like, we were more like American. We're part of the United States of America, and they're part of France. And so they're like a foreign country. But in the end, when we go down to Tahiti after all these years, we realize that there are cousins. Yeah, the names of the people down there, the names of their land, and the language is the same. And so they are our cousins. The history is the same. Just that, you know, in our mind and in our awareness, we're so far removed, but now we're not. So by having you folks be a part of the voyage and in tracking with the voyage, learn a little bit about the navigation. Learn a lot about the Pacific Ocean and the science that's going on. Learn a lot about, you know, the cultural aspects of all the people. All the little, the younger generation, the school children across the world are exactly like you folks. They are exactly like you folks. They may speak different languages, you know, but they're wonderful young human beings like you folks. You guys are caring. You guys are smart. Yeah. And you look at life through a lens or your world that is so beautiful, right? All the children around the world are just like you folks. And that's one of the connections you want to make. And then through that, and that's part of the Malama Honua, is to recognize that we all are on island Earth, right? All these countries and these people that we don't know, but we're going to meet and we're going to get to understand. We share one common bond, right? This planet, the air we breathe, the oceans that feed us and nurture us and heal us, and everything about, you know, how we learn and move forward. So that's part of the voyage. And so that's why it really would be important to us on the voyage that you folks follow us and ask questions and help us learn and help us ask these questions that you guys are thinking about.
Captain Bruce.
Yes.
Earlier this year, do you all remember we checked out a Seymour science kit, and some of us in the older grades, we were able to do a plankton tow, and we were able to look at, does anybody remember the names of some of the ocean Seymour critters that we studied? Yes. Phytoplankton. Phytoplankton. We can pan to them too. And what else? Global warming. We learned about global warming and how that affects algae blooms that affect our phytoplankton. What else did we learn about? Go ahead, Julia. Zooplankton. These are all items that they are going to be studying. So when you had that experience and you said, oh, this is so easy, they're doing plankton toes at the Marine Biology Center at UH, and you were doing that. So that's where, if you're doing things next year and it has anything to do with the ocean, anything to do with the air, those are the kinds of questions you can say, Captain Bruce, what are you getting with your plankton toe? This is what we're getting with our plankton toe. And all of that is interaction. And that is what he's talking about engage. You know, we did this today. What did you do? And is it similar? Is it different? That's what we're looking at. All right. Go ahead, Gavin.
Remember when we sort of stayed a little bit late than the other people, and then we found this small little pink branching plankton?
Oh yes, we actually discovered so many things, and I'm terrible with names, so I don't remember the name of that plankton, but we found 2 discoveries, which is very unusual that close to shore. But yes, and Gavin was great because for all the schools out there who might watch this, the kits that you can get from Seymour and the SOEST department at UH are phenomenal, and they actually come with dissecting microscopes that you can project, and that's where we saw our discovery of at least 2 organisms that we were able to pull out. But I don't remember the name, but thanks for reminding us.
Not even the person that was with us.
Exactly. We had such a discovery that the marine biology student who was assisting us didn't know, which means we would have had to take it to the professor to say, what is this? That is great science. So when you're thinking, oh, that was fun, I didn't learn anything today, whew, that's good learning.
One more question.
One more question.
Like 10:40, almost 10:45.
Ben?
Like, when you go to different places, are you gonna like try and like get some of the plants and like restock on other plants? Like, even if the ones that you have are still there, like, will you get more, or will you continue that?
Well, we won't we won't be taking plants and things from there unless they give us, like, you know, most of the places we go to, they give us a fruit, you know, fruit and things like that. So those are the kind of things that we take with us, yeah, like fruit and other foods that they give us. But, you know, a big part of this voyage is gathering information, like how we're doing right now, and sharing it far and wide. And the beauty of it is that we may be looking at something in a way that might seem natural to us, but others have been like trying to figure out, you know, some problem, you know, how to do a certain thing. And by watching you folks and learning from how you guys do it, they go, yeah, that's so simple and so beautiful and workable, right? So that's a big part of this voyage, is to gather information so we can share it. And that's why it's really neat if you folks track with the voyage over the 4 years. And over the 4 years, we're looking at going to 26 countries, a whole host of like ports, and meeting all kind of different people from just with different languages, and that we have no idea about, but that's part of this learning journey and this rediscovery. And so it's going to be wonderful.
Captain Bruce, didn't you already learn something that you didn't know about before? Someone was telling me about the Chinese banana leaf and the bananas. Do you know about that?
No.
Oh.
No.
Shall I tell?
Yeah.
Sorry. Wait, I'm sorry. Apparently, and this would have been from the ship, the canoe that's in Hilo, or in Waimea, there's a ship.
Hoʻkūleʻa.
Oh, Makali'i. Okay, okay.
Okay, so someone who was on the Makali'i shared a story about the bananas. And they found out that if you take green bananas and you wrap them in a Chinese tea leaf, and it has to be a Chinese tea leaf, that it allows the bananas to ripen in the green of the banana. And they weren't sure how it would work, but they'd heard about it. So halfway to Tahiti or wherever they were going, and I'm sorry I'm not accurate, they tried it out. And the bananas were really good. But they didn't eat them all. And then they went another quarter, so they were halfway there. And they tried them again, and they were really good.
Wow.
And then they saved it for like the big treat when they landed. And it was so delicious. And so that's one way to figure out, like, how are we going to take bananas? If we want to take bananas and our bananas aren't ripe, and, you know, you've had bananas at the store and then they all get ripe and you have to make banana bread. They can't make banana bread. So by doing this, it's like it's a way of economic use of packing your food. And it's that kind of a thing. So now that canoe on the Big Island of Hawaii shared that story, maybe it will help them, because when they get to Tahiti, if they have Chinese tea leaf somewhere, they can have that treat as they go. And that's the kind of sharing that we're talking about.
So that's a really good segue for teachers everywhere, and for you as students and crew members of the canoe that is your community. One of the things that you can do is help us in our research through the Share Your Story, Share Your Learning Journey, Share Your Curriculum. You can help us do that research, help investigate why is it that that particular plant helps prolong the life of that banana, and share with us those things. And in sharing with us on our website, you'll share with the whole world, because we'll be sharing that with the world on the website as well. And so you contribute to the kind of understanding and knowledge building that we want everybody to be a part of, to help increase our sustainability and our understanding of how our natural world works. The other thing that you can do is also ask the crew a question. So I know you have lots of questions for Captain Bruce, and that's awesome. We have a function on our website where you can go and ask the crew a question. If you have a unique question, which I know you will because you're all very smart and you understand a lot, then what we can do is send that question to Captain Bruce when he voyages, and he can write an answer from the canoe and direct it right at you in your school. And it'll go out to the whole world, but it'll say, "Thank you, Holy Nativity School in Honolulu, Hawaii, for this great question." And that way he'll give a shout out to you. So those are all some ways that you can connect with our crew members as they voyage around the world, and to help connect communities and schools everywhere.
That's cool.
Are we about to close? Before we close, I would like to say, Miss Overton, will you please come here? I would like to say a special thank you to Sacred Heart School in Lahaina, Maui, because they are the people who came to Oʻahu. They gave a presentation about this. Miss Miss Overton had been trying to contact them since the summer, and it was that reaching out and that canoe theme that you've been using all year long that got us to where we are here today. So thank you, Miss Enriquez.
Mariana.
I'm just so happy we're doing this. I'm going to cry. Okay, I'm moved. So let's go save the world, everybody. Thank you, Planet Citizens. And remember, what happens, what goes on in the ground affects our ocean. One more time, what happens on land affects our ocean. Thank you, Planet Citizens.
Thank you, guys. Aloha.
Thank you. This is so wonderful.
Yeah, you bet. That was awesome. That's how it's going to be.
I didn't mean
You
to
know.
embarrass you about the...